Today I'm going to update you more clearly on this new weight or whatever of mine. I decided to do this here. So I normally would strip down for a weigh-in, but I'm not going to do that for you guys because that's not the kind of person I am. And I just don't do that kind of stuff. So I've got a Weight Watcher scale here. I moved it. I don't know, should I go by, I moved it, I had it in another room on a carpet, but it wasn't padded carpet, it was not plush carpet, it was really old carpet that's just, and it's been in there, on that carpet, it's been weighing me lower. So I was so excited to be out of the 150s and closer to 145 and everything. And this tells you your body fat, but I wouldn't trust it to be accurate. It would be a good way to measure progress, but accuracy, probably not. And in the comparison from this, because I'll get on this, when I go get my body fat checked at the gym with the calipers, she does a 4-site check with the tricep, the quad, the ilium here, and then right next to the belly button. And I'm always carrying a lot more right here than I do anywhere else. So she always, you know, the last time I had her check, I was around 28% body fat, which is in the normal average range. It's not obese, nor is it like 6-pack abs or nothing, but it's in the safer range for a healthier body fat. This, on the other hand, has been consistently telling me I am very obese. Consistently. I think it has to do with the moisture of your feet, where you have it sit, how much water you have in your body. But yeah, the way it reads, electricity doesn't flow through calloused skin or fat very well. So, I don't know, maybe my feet are not the right way. I don't know. Maybe I should. I've tried doing like Epsom salt soaks for my feet. Maybe, I don't know. You're supposed to get on here completely dry. So, I was in the shower while ago and everything. So, if you watched my last video, I did cut my hair. And here's how my hair looks naturally. It's fairly wavy, so when I cut it, I have to straighten it. So I have I don't have a flip screen, so I can't really see everything. So I actually have a mirror on the other side. So if I'm looking away from you, I'm looking at myself in the mirror that's behind you to see exactly what I look like, because I don't want to look ridiculous. So I'm going to get on the scale, and then it's of the bodybuilding.com challenge, Mission Possible Pat. I think it's kind of like on week 2, starting today. It's September the 18th, I think, Monday. They are saying this is start of week 2. And when I registered, I had to put a picture of the scale on there, what my weigh-in was. And my weigh-in, I weighed in when it was in the other room on the carpet, and it was 147. So I registered at 147 for this challenge, and I just checked. This obviously shows I've gained weight because I moved the scale. So I don't know if I should go by that. I still have a goal of hopefully. I noticed a lot of people have posted they have lost weight the first week. A lot of it is probably water weight, of course, but that's, to be expected from the beginning of any challenge. And if you're very obese, if you're above 30%, 40% body fat, you're going to drop a lot of weight to begin with very quickly. And then it's going to taper off and slow down. As you get closer to that goal weight, it's going to start slowing down. And so don't get discouraged when it starts slowing down. And everybody's so excited in the first week. They've lost weight. They've lost like 5 to 10 pounds in 1 week maybe. And a lot of it is water weight because they're watching what they're eating. You're watching and you're working out a little extra, and you burn, the heavier you are, you're burning a lot more calories because it takes a lot more to carry heavier weight around. And I'm just thankful that I was 165 at the beginning of the year, and now I'm not, so I'm glad about that. I'll pray I never see that again, and I'm not depriving myself. I'm sorry, I have weaknesses. I don't ever foresee myself giving up pizza completely. And I lived in New York when I was a kid, so we had real good pizza. If you've never tasted New York style pizza, you just don't ever try it because it will be your downfall. I'm not a big sugar person, so sugar is easier to give up than the salty stuff, and then the pizza, it's like a real addiction issue. So and then, and trying to say go cold turkey and not ever eat pizza again, that would be kind of hard because my husband works at a pizza place, and then the church I go to and people I hang around with, a lot of times their events, pizza's convenient, pizza's cheap, it's easy to clean up. So they provide pizza a lot of times. But I can tell you, there's certain pizzas I can resist because I think of myself as a pizza expert. I've got pizza cookbooks galore. I've made all the non-carb pizzas, cauliflower crust, the chicken crust, all that stuff, you name it. So I can resist Pizza Hut because Pizza Hut makes me actually sick. So I will get sick like within 30 minutes to an hour. Afterwards, usually it's around 30 minutes, I will actually be sick. Little Cece's is another one of those things. I have gotten sick off of theirs before, fairly quickly. Before I even leave the facility, I may be sick before I leave. And then Domino's, they changed their recipe, and it costs more for if you want it specialized the way you like it. And I like thin crust. I'm not a really bready type of pizza person. So, it doesn't taste good. It just ain't right, okay? And then Papa John's is just so much bread, just too much bread. So my husband works at Little Caesars, and I love their thin crust. The thin crust is less in carbs, which is great, but it's not doing away with carbs. And I eat a whole pizza. I'm sorry. I do. I struggle. It's a daily struggle with that. So I'm trying to think of ways I can combat this and try to be more moderate in it and not go ODing on it so bad because, some people it's alcohol, some people it's cigarettes or other things. Pizza is my downfall. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut it back to once a month, maybe. I'm going to pick a day that I know it's going to be one day a month. And I'm thinking, and it'll be a day that my husband's working because he'll make sure it's made right. And I'm just a simple person. Extra cheese, thin crust. There's no actual New York style pizza where I live here in North Carolina. I'd have to travel. The nearest one is like 45 minutes away to get that kind of pizza. They must have their water shipped in from New York because that's what I've heard some places do. They have water shipped from New York, and that's why it tastes the way it does. And some of you New Yorkers may agree with that. That New York, one good quality about New York, they do know how to make pizza. Usually, not everybody, but most real ones. But yes, 45-minute drive to the nearest really good pizza place from. Do you guys see me, or am my head cut off? I hope I'm not. I'm trying to stand back from it so you can see me. I know you're waiting on me to get on the scale. I apologize, but let me go over this real quick. So, getting the thin crust, extra cheese at Little Caesars gives me that feeling that I'm getting something near that. It's making me think I'm getting something close to that. It's not, I know it's not exact it's not New York style. And it can't claim it's New York style. But it helps me calm that craving. So I'm thinking one day a month. I had one the other day, and I'm sorry, I get pretty bent out of shape, I say. You try to take that last slice. I'm just, it's just my one weakness, okay? I'm just going to let you know that. So let me go ahead and get on the scale. You have to tap it, and I have to put it on my setting, and then I'll do a close-up of it in a minute. Just give me a minute. And pray. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Step on the plates and be quiet. Oh my gosh, it went up. Let me show it to you. There is the reading. It says I'm 153.3 and 34.2. A few minutes ago, it said I was 152 and everything. So I'm setting this back up so I can talk to you again, and you can see me if it doesn't fall. You know, I'm not good at setting up this stuff. I really am not. I'm not a pro expert in videography or anything. So, but yeah, that you saw it. This is September the, let me get my calendar right here. I have a calendar right here, and I can tell you what days I'm going to probably have pizza. It said, I'm going to have to write it down. I have it in these little books. It is Monday, September the 18th, and yesterday I weighed in at 151. So it says 153.3. So I might as well let that beat that, right? About 34% body fat, which is really bad. You need to be below 30. So let's see. And my husband's terrible about, I don't know, partly some of you understand how you got people in your family that may try to sabotage your efforts in weight loss and trying to get healthy because they want you bigger. And I think that's kind of takes a toll on some relationships. I've seen marriages end in people I know because of a spouse losing weight. And it's usually not just the weight loss, it's because the other one is insecure in that. Insecure in that themselves, they don't feel like they can, have a skinny wife or a spouse. And then it kind of messes up. It's not just that, but also the person that the weight loss happens to, their self-esteem goes up and they feel better about themselves. So they have this confidence that the other spouse just can't handle. And they may, who knows, that person that lost the weight could get really like big-headed and feeling like I deserve better than this other person. So that could be a combination, but but it really looks bad when the one spouse they divorce after that person loses the weight, and then that one that has the insecurities goes off and runs off with someone else that is also very obese. And actually there's this one guy, his wife was very, very morbidly obese, I mean really big. And they ended up divorcing. She was in the process of losing weight, and then it seems like, I don't know all the details because I try not to get too nosy or involved in those things, but when they got married, I said to him in front of her, I said, I know you're going to be glad when she gets smaller, and that way you can pick her up. And he was like, he said clearly he did not want her to lose any weight. He wanted her just the way she was. And I'm thinking, I understand the looks. You don't want to get to a point, whether you or your spouse feeling like you're not good enough for them anymore, or the heavy one that loses weight thinks they're too good for you, and you don't, that's why it's always good to go in a relationship at a healthier weight, because losing the weight later can bring out some insecurities in the other spouse. And part of that, I think my husband has had an issue with, but I'm not sure. He swears up and down that he wants me at a healthy weight, but when he picks up a pizza and I'm in the vehicle, he puts that pizza on my lap, and he makes sure I get half of that pizza. So I don't know, it's kind of like iffy. Trying to get a good support system at home sometimes can be tricky. He does like to eat healthy. We don't have soda in the house. We don't have cookies. We don't have potato chips. None of that stuff. And he's fine with drinking water with pizza and water with everything, and he eats beans and healthy himself most of the time. And he's lost weight. But, yeah, I'm looking at the calendar right now, and I'm thinking, okay, like I said, today's the 18th of September. And I just had pizza yesterday. I'd say this weekend, but I probably better not. Let's see, it's looking at the calendar. How about at least go till after the first of the month? I mean, maybe the 5th or the 6th. No, maybe the 6th or the 7th of October. That's not quite a month, and that means I have to wait till November to have another pizza again. So I'm thinking I'm going to pick a day. I'm going to try very hard and resist temptation, because if your husband brings it to you and he has it made specifically the way you like it, and I am pretty picky, don't give me, now he could ruin it for me. I could try to convince him there's a way to ruin it where I wouldn't touch it. He likes hot peppers. I could tell him, put hot peppers on that whole thing. Do not bring home a pizza without hot peppers all over it. I won't eat it then. So yeah, I'm going to see if he'll do that. And hopefully next time I check with you about this issue, I will tell you that it worked, hopefully. So I will see if he'll ruin it so I won't eat it. Yeah, have your spouse ruin the food for you so you don't eat it. So I've got protein pancakes in there I'm going to eat, and a piece of sausage. And I guess I have to go by the scale weight, right? It's a Weight Watcher scale. Tells your body water, BMI, your bone mass, and your body fat. But, you can't go by accuracy. I would love to get a BOD-POD or a DEXA scan or one of the other ones, but there's not one in this area. I would have to drive out of my county. Crazy, ain't it? So, let me know what you think about all this, and I probably lingered on longer than, if you watched this far, I am amazed. Thank you. I don't make the best quality videos, but sometimes people watch them, and if they do, I don't know. Just, it's crazy. So you got a view of me. Hopefully you'll see this lighter and trimmer than now, later time. Okay? So, but I do tell you, okay, just because that scale says one thing, measurements are more important. I lost several inches since the beginning of the year. I have one of these, and it's a good idea to take that measurement every once in a while, just to see where you're at or how your pants feel. Always have a gold pair of pants. I love having a gold pair of pants. I did that for a while. I had a size 8 pair of pants, and for a long time couldn't fit into them for probably a year or so, and I just hung them there. And I have a dress the same way, and so I can say for a fact that I'm in a size 8-9 pants, US size, and that's the size I was 19 years ago. So out of the double digits, I'll never see size 0. That would be, I'd probably look very sickly at size 0. So, I mean, if I stay where I'm at, the scale may say that weight, but I'm going by, I did lose a size, I'm a couple sizes down. I was like size 10, 12 at the beginning of the year. Now I'm a size 8, 9-ish. So it depends on what brand of pants. So have a gold pair of pants. Hang your gold pair of pants on your closet door or something, and let that be your target. Make it realistic. Make it 1 to 2 sizes smaller than you are. So if you're a size 18, and I've been a size 18, trust me, it's not fun because you can't get out of vehicles very well, and you need 2 towels to wrap around you at the gym. So I would recommend, if you're a size 18, get a size 16. Hang it up. Every once in a while, put them on. See how far. I would put on my pants and I would see how far that button would go, just to see how much space I need to go. And that's what I did. Every once in a while, not every week, maybe once a month or something. I don't know. Just whenever I felt like, let me see. Let me just check these pants. And yeah, get you maybe 1 to 2 sizes smaller than you are now. And just 1 pair of pants or shorts or whatever. And just to see if you're making, you can find out your progress by your pants, how they feel, and if you're getting closer to the gold pants. I'm going to have to let you go because I've carried on too long. And like, subscribe, tell me what you think, because, you know, we all have weaknesses and scales are not always honest. Just one way to know. Just, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I will turn this off. I am not good at this, so I will see you later.